We're 2 weeks into our coronavirus. Uh-oh. Busted. Hi, welcome to another Coffee with Coleman, where we love to discuss Washington, D.C., business, real estate, all that good stuff. My name is John Coleman, and I'm a real estate agent here in Washington, D.C. with the Jason Martin Group. If you could do me a quick favor, if you're enjoying the content of the videos, please give me a little thumbs up. And if you want to hear about more what I have to say, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because then you'll be alerted anytime I post new content. All right, so a couple of weeks ago, I did a video about the coronavirus coming into DC, COVID-19, and there was three main takeaways of that. So we were planning to see a reduction in the number of buyers. We were thinking that open houses would become less popular. And lastly, we thought that some sellers might even hold their properties off the market because they didn't want people that were infected coming into their homes. All right, so now we have 2 more weeks of information and data, and we're trying to figure out really where things are going. And buyers are going one of 2 directions. So first is the stock market took a hit. Some people depend to take money out of the market in order to buy their first home. And if the money in that account has gotten a whole lot less, that decision's gotten a whole lot harder because it makes overall financial implications of the affordability of the house itself and what your monthly payments are going to be. Second is uncertainty. People just really don't know what's going on right now, whether it's the economy or whether it's the unemployment rate that's been going up. People are a little bit uncertain about what to expect. We want to look back at recessions in the past, because that's where everyone thinks that we're going at this point, and how the housing market has been impacted during that time. And it's a little tough to say. If you looked at a graph of the last 5 recessions, 3 of the 5 recessions, the housing market actually increased in value still over time, but we do have a very big recency effect, which is the last recession, which was 2008, we saw that the market actually took a big tumble. And part of that was because of the actual lending restrictions and guidelines, or the lack of lending restrictions and guidelines that they incorporated the first time around. So that recession was actually caused by the housing market, meaning the housing market took it really on the nose as going through that piece of it. If you want a little additional inside information, or if you want to check out a movie while you're resting at your house, go ahead and check out The Big Short. It actually covers it in detail about what was going on at that time and how it may impact. But certainly the uncertainty is not too good for some folks as they're trying to decide whether or not they should buy a home. And then finally, the third reason is generally health. People want to make sure they stay healthy. They want to make sure that they're helping flatten the curve. And so they want to put themselves out as little as possible so they can help the society recover as quickly as possible, which is absolutely a good thing. All right, so that was the set of people that have kind of put things on pause. The people that have continued going, they have a few reasons why they've continued going as well. So the first reason people are really sticking with their search is they want to capture the cheap money. Interest rates are still historically low. They're pretty volatile right now in the realm that they're in. They're bouncing kind of between 3 and 4%. And usually you see rates move by the week or by the month. Right now they're kind of moving by the hour. So a caveat is, if you're going to lock in rates, make sure you're working with a lender that knows the market really well, because they'll be able to tell you whether to wait or jump on what's available. And of course, they don't have a crystal ball, so it could get better, it could get worse, but I would trust the guidance of the people that you've hired to protect you. So the second reason people are sticking with their searches is less competition. I covered in the first video that competition leading up into this period of time has been insane for buyers. It's been really tough to land a really good property that they've liked. So we've seen opportunities where that first subset of buyers have kind of stepped out, the aforementioned crew, and now people are getting opportunities where maybe there's not multiple offers on the table. I still don't think that we have shifted from a seller's market to a buyer market. But what has definitely happened is we've shifted from a heavy seller's market to a less heavy seller's market. And in due time, we could even shift into a spot where the market's equal for buyers and sellers, where they have equal negotiating ability at the settlement table, or at the negotiation table. Third is the people that I think are taking the most advantage of the situation are either government workers or people with military backgrounds, like a VA loan. Historically, those ones have been, especially VA, have had a little bit of trouble getting their offers accepted because there's a little bit more guidelines around it. But now they're finding great opportunities, and maybe it's because they feel like they have a steadier job and a more job security, where they feel more comfortable going out in this market and trying to take advantage of those interest rates. And so wherever you fall into these two realms, it seems that there's a direct tie back into how you think the timeline of this situation gets resolved. People that want to go shop right now or have a little bit more confidence in everything rebounding think that this is going to be a short period. So we're thinking 8 to 10 weeks potentially before things start to rebound. And when the rebound happens, they think it's going to happen pretty fast. I think they're calling it a V in the media right now. People that have a little bit less confidence and maybe are stepping back are thinking that this is a little bit more of a long-term thing. So maybe this lasts for a year, maybe unemployment continues to go up, maybe some of the places aren't able to be saved before the economy kind of kicks itself back around, meaning it's going to be a longer road in trying to get back into where we were before this all started. So depending on where you are on that scale might tip you one way or another of whether you think this could be a good market for you to purchase in. All right, and if you're somebody that's considering getting into the market and you're curious about how we are trying to protect people staying healthy while they're looking at homes and leaving their quarantine, let me know. I'd be happy to walk you through what we're doing in order for people to feel as safe as possible. Of course, at the end of the day, I caveated before in my previous video, and I'll do it again. I'm not an economist, I'm not a doctor. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to read the tea leaves of our industry to help you better understand if this is the right time for you. And whether this is or isn't, I don't think anyone can give you the best answer right now. But trying to absorb as much information as possible is going to help you make the best decision for yourself. So that's it for today. If you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Either comment below or send me a message. My contact information is in the details below. Thanks again for stopping by another Coffee with Coleman. Peace.